Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the weekly review at Sean Serak. I am Sean Keenan Torres Sr. And of course, I am joined along with.
And it's your boy, Serak the Mike. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I can't complain. See, we got another guest today.
Yes. One of my good friends here, Tuddle. Tuddle, say what's up to everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys? See, you know, what's funny is like with my nerdy ass voice, and then, you know, you two cool guys. It's like
cool guys.
Well, I mean, you guys have got these deep, you know, kind of like manly voices, and I'm like way up here.
Is that a black thing? Do black men generally have deeper voices?
Well, I mean, what about
the family? Yeah.
What about the guy that played in the Green Mile? You know who I'm talking about?
Michael Come on, Clark everyone Duncan? Brings him up.
But that guy's got a deep ass voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black, they're like, damn.
You got Morgan Freeman, which is pretty much the voice of humans on Earth. So,
does anybody have a better voice? Does anybody have a better voice than Morgan Freeman, though?
Probably his parents.
I do. I like my voice. As long as it doesn't crack or creak, it's pretty good, you know, with practice editing. Sean, I can be Morgan Freeman.
Sean, where are you from, by the way? Like I'm pretty good at accents and everything.
He doesn't have an accent.
I want you to guess because I don't think I really have an accent. Okay, no, I'll give you a region.
Yeah, give me a region.
I'll give you a region.
Racism.
East Coast.
Well, I could see in the background. I think you're from Colorado, probably.
Yeah, if you were looking back there, you'd be so confused. Like Black Lives Denver.
I know, right? It's really a lot. It's a lot going on back there. But no, I am from South Carolina.
Oh, Charleston area? How far away from Charleston?
Actually, I'm from the upstate, but my entire state. And yes, this is.
Is there an upstate like? Isn't that an oxymoron?
It's just north. It's just north.
They don't think that none of my whole state thinks I talk like I'm from South Carolina. They're like, where are you from? You're not from here.
I'm from upstate South Carolina.
Even my own sister, she's like, you don't sound like you're from here.
Hey, Sean, can I ask you a question though? That's you know, technically you're from the South. And yep. Serak is a Yankee. He's from up north. Do you ever feel like the Northerners look down on us Southerners?
Unfortunately, my grandfather brought us down from the north, so I'm kind of both. I kind of go both. We're actually originally from New York.
I think so. I think people from the South. No offense, but it's just I don't know, man. You got Florida man. You got all incest in the Carolinas and. You know, in Louisiana's always getting hit by hurricanes. Like it's just, it's safer up north.
By the way,
safer up north. Did you really say it's safer up north?
I mean,
after Chicago,
the 93 crime bill was started because of everything that was going on in New York.
I can't keep track of all these bills and propositions and all that stuff. It's so much going on.
Son of Sam, remember Son of Sam? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just putting these out there.
Well, he believed his dog could talk to him. The Son of Sam.
Who was the son of Sam?
Wait. See, now, Sean, have you ever run into this? Serak is completely blind to pop culture and history. Like it's the craziest thing. Yeah.
Okay. History, definitely.
You guys say this, but I kid you not. If we had a Jeopardy show that we were all on, I guaranteed I'd win. Guarantee it.
Oh, dude, I will throw a stack down on that right now.
Did Sean just pull a me when I was interning at Bubba?
I'm right there. But I agree with Tuddle. I'll throw a stack on that one. On Jeopardy. Oh, my grandma watched Jeopardy the whole time. All we had was 3 channels growing up. Jeopardy was on
the questions changed over time. They don't repeat the same questions.
Hey, Sean,
you will be amazed. It's history. You can't change history.
Sean, can listen, I'm not like, trying to like, be like Mr. Broadcaster and stuff. But man, I got to tell you, you have a great voice, but it sounds better when you get like right up on that mic.
Right on that mic, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I have to be like there.
No, but it's weird. But Sean, there is a skill to it though. You got to work the mic. See how I'm holding it? You want to talk? This is a one direction mic here. See, look.
That was a rat tail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see how you like that. Yeah.
So you kind of want to talk across the microphone right there. You got to make.
So let me show you something.
There you go.
Let me show you something. This is the mic I use. If I take this phone back off.
We'll call this a troubleshooting episode.
Oh, you got a
looks like
crooner
it-
mic. You got a crooner
Yeah.
mic. It's a
But
crooner
see,
mic.
only this side works. The other side's like, I'm not here. Only
Okay.
this side works.
Okay, see, I told you, people from the South, half a mic. I don't know how that works. One guy has a mic. Tuddle is, I don't know, what is that, a rat tail he's speaking into?
My shit sounds better than any other podcast out there, and I'll put my. What?
Well, you're okay. I'll say this: you're good. You are good with the editing and the audio and stuff like that.
Listen, the wind is blowing 15 miles an hour out here right now. Do you really hear any wind at all? I mean, you can hear a little bit.
I hear a lot. It's like that's all I hear. It sounds like somebody's spitting.
Yeah, I can't hear any. I'll give it to you. I can't hear any. So, Tuddle, you still work for Bubba?
No, I do not. And I was supposed to appear on the show on the 15th, but that got canceled because, everybody on the show has COVID now.
Wow. They're not cleaning the microphones. That's what happened. Just
well,
sharing mics.
I mean, no,
they don't care about COVID. That's the thing.
No,
like,
yes,
COVID
they
doesn't
don't.
exist.
Yeah, they're just like, it's made up. It's not worse than the flu and all that stuff. But you want to know what's funny though, is that a lot of people talk about this, the white trash genes, okay? The hillbilly genes, okay? People that do not give a fuck about their diet. They eat and drink whatever they want to. And guess what? Like a guy that Serak, like he's in great shape. He'll probably die before any of these like hillbillies. That don't take care of themselves.
I'm a healthy host. It's what it is.
It's amazing how that works, right? In my home state and actually right around the surrounding area, they can eat and drink whatever they want. I mean, it doesn't matter. They can throw a whole pig on a thing. They could be 80 years old, eat a whole pig, and nothing happened to them. If someone like me or you touches like anything that has grease on it, we're dead within 5 years.
Yeah, listen, man, when you go to a restaurant and they offer you Spam or steak and they're both free, you got to go for the steak. I'm the steak.
Serak, have you ever been to a whole pig roast before?
I don't even know. No, not at all. I don't think I've ever even seen a pig roast.
Oh my God.
Sean, listen, it is so great. Like the guy that was the best man at my wedding, soul brother Kevin, we did a live event at a barbecue place, and they cooked a whole hog with the head on and everything. And it is so tender. Like you can grab the head and basically pull the head. Sean,
it
tell him
disintegrates in your hand.
Do you eat the head?
It disintegrates in your hand. Some people do. I didn't. I mean, you get pig ears. Some people eat some of the snout.
I don't know if I can eat.
What about feet? Face. Have any of you guys ever eaten pig feet? I have.
Nope, I have not. I can.
What does it taste like? What can you compare it to?
I mean, it's pork, but I mean they keep it in a lot of like vinegar and that red. Have you ever been in the convenience store where they got the pickled eggs and it's a big red jar? And
I always wonder what that was. I thought it was like body parts for some reason.
No, it's pig's feet.
Yeah,
my dad would eat the hell out of them. I don't like gristle. I'm a big texture eater. Are you guys a big texture eater?
Yeah, like I don't like, for instance, certain fish and certain sushi. Like, just
you don't like certain sushi, really?
Some I can eat. Like, okay, so when you get a sushi roll, they put the what do you call it? Like the fish eggs or fish eyes, whatever it is. Like that texture is weird. It's like I'm eating like a child's plaything or something.
I mean, I can eat pretty much anything. The only two things that I always, unless it's the first of the year, say no to is turnip greens and black eyed peas. Can't do it.
Wait. Are you kidding me, man? Even as a cracker ass Florida cracker, I eat black eyed peas and collard greens every single year. It's just something we do.
I do it on New Year's. That's it. With corned beef. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love me some corned beef, but I can't eat
corned beef.
Could you guys be any more southern right now? Like
wait. No, Sean, do you want to know what Serak is?
Wait. Like corned beef is a northern thing, by the way. Corned beef came from the north.
I never had it. I don't know who told y'all that. I'm telling you, as a representative, that's a lie.
Can we talk a little bit about how like out of control Serak's hair is right now?
You like it?
Isn't it though?
With the headband? No, dude, it is like, do you even pick it? Do you even comb it? Do you like?
Okay, so hear me out.
It's like you're trying to wear the Wakanda crown or something, but it's not working out right.
This is why it's so hard for a black man to get a job. But let me just hear me out for a second. So last year around COVID time, I had it like, Tuddle, you seen it. It was like kind of twisted up. I was going for that whole like Killmonger, Black Panther look, right?
Are you going with
Why are you throwing Tuddle under the bus on this? Why are you throwing Tuddle under the bus?
I'm
like,
saying
hey, Tuddle, you seen it.
You guys saw my hair.
By the way, last year I did not see you at all because I tried to kill myself at the end of 2019. And by the way, Serak never gave me a call at all.
Sucks at that. Well, because I knew you wouldn't do it. That's what it is. I had faith in you.
I tried, and
I was placing bets. It was in Vegas. I was like, Tuddle.
He's my boy, right?
What's the over?
Right. Serak's my boy, but he will not. If I say, "Hey, man, I'm not feeling good," that's the last time I hear from him. And for like 3 days, you're like, "Oh, you feeling right now?"
Hey, all right. Hey, Sean, I'm glad, Sean, I'm glad you bring that up. And this is something that I wanted to talk about. Okay. So we were supposed to record last week and do this show. Do you realize that Serak called me out of nowhere? Now I am 40 years old. Okay. Used to be yeah. Okay. All right. I used to be the biggest alcoholic of all time. Serak called me and said, "Oh, I drink too much. I'm hungover. I have to go get an IV bag."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You making it seem like I went to the hospital to get an IV. I've always gotten, as the last year, I've gone to this place, Sean, IV joint, where you get like your fluids replenished and vitamins and all this and BCAAs.
Do they give you a douching? Do you get a douche bag?
I mean,
your vagina?
only if you sign up for the membership. That's when you get the free douche bag. But I mean, what am I supposed to do? See, Tuddle's old school. Like, he deals with the hangover, he deals with the headache, the stress, the fatigue. I'm like, you know what?
That's me. I'm the same way.
I'm not. If there's a way to get better,
you gotta pay a penalty for your fun.
Coggins, listen, Serak, you turn me on to Coggins, okay?
David Goggins?
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Listen, hey, but he says you learn from suffering. Suffering teaches you.
Yeah.
And you know what? My dad back in the day, an iron worker that did actual physical labor in the state of Florida with 100% humidity.
Oh God, it used to be hard back then.
Would show up hungover as fuck because guess what? My mom would not let him miss a day. He was like, she would be like, if you're gonna be dumb, I'm gonna make sure your ass goes to work. And guess what he would do? Get a little bit of the hair of the dog that bit you, man up, grab your sack, and get to work. He didn't go and put an IV in his arm.
But I suffered. So see, I'm smarter than that. So it's like I've suffered in the past, been hungover. Oh yeah.
So my dad's dumb.
No. I've suffered in the past.
You basically said that.
No, I'm all right, that's not what I meant. But all I'm saying is I've suffered in the past. I've been hungover. I had the headaches, and I learned from it. And I said, "Oh, I could just get an IV and not have to deal with that shit." Listen, work smarter, not harder.
So this goes back into actually kind of what yesterday we were talking about. So about the vaccine, okay? You really don't know the long-term effects of the vaccine, right?
Right.
That was kind of your reason for staving it off. Do you really know the long-term effects of getting a IV injection of B12 and all that stuff over a long-term period?
No, but I trust it. I mean, how
do you trust that better than you don't know?
Yeah. Hey, guess who said they also trust it? The Tuskegee Airmen back in the day.
Have you ever heard someone say, "Oh, so and so died because he was too healthy"? Like, that shit doesn't happen. I'm telling you
all the time.
Yeah, actually, I have.
Like who?
Yeah, me.
Too healthy?
I was healthy as crap and almost died. There's people who go running and have a heart attack.
I don't know what alternate
all the time
parallel universe you guys live in, but I feel great. I got access to an IV, and it was a Friday too, by the way, Tuddle. He didn't tell you that, Sean. It was a Friday, and I had to work that night, so I got to prepare myself for the weekend.
But you still didn't do the show.
Hey, Sean, do you know about the time that I actually worked it out for him? He's only been there for a couple of months at the BRN. A nationally syndicated radio show heard on.
I still don't know what that means.
No, but what I'm saying though, Sean, is I had him set up. He was going to be on the show for the whole show as an intern, which interns do not get. You want to know what he did?
Didn't show
Showed up 5 minutes late.
5 minutes late. Boo fucking who. And you know what time it was in the morning? It was 4 a.m. of the goddamn morning, and I had worked all night the night before. and there's no way in hell I would have been able to perform for 4 hours straight just talking. No
Why
way.
why did you go to sleep? Like,
I need some type of rest.
No, you don't. I
do
do that all the time.
Tuddle, I would have fell asleep.
You just don't go to sleep after a certain time. Like, oh, if I go to sleep, I'm not gonna be able to function. So I'm not gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna sleep.
I've done that before. Like you get to a certain point, you're like, you just like, all right, I'm just staying up all night, and you got to go do it. But I mean, Sean, though, like when you plan, like not a lot of people get those opportunities.
That's an opportunity. That's something
honestly,
that you like.
I think it worked out better in the end, obviously. And plus, I enjoyed doing the buds and tuds afterwards. I had more fun doing that than participating in the main show. 100%.
But he's talking about putting you out there and getting your face out there, getting your voice out there in front of more people than buds and tuds.
That shit's gonna happen anyway.
People, 500,000 people could have heard you.
No,
heard you.
No way in hell. Yeah, 500,000 people.
This is a WrestleMania town.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It was a great opportunity for you. I'm just saying, I'm just busting your balls.
I know, but the thing is, like, I didn't like. I knew it was an opportunity, but like, I knew I kind of want to go a different route, if that makes sense. That's what like kind of like what we're doing now. You know what I mean?
All right, cool.
It's like you know what you want, and you know what could be kind of a distraction. But I used it as a learning experience. I used everything I learned there. I had so much fun. I mean, obviously the times I wish would have been better, but I can't complain. But yeah, man, I mean, like, I've learned from it. I mean, I gotten up from a live show. Remember that when I was in his chair directing the show, and I got up, went to the bathroom. Sometimes you got to go. That's learning. That is suffering. Remember, that's suffering.
Dude, you have the worst bowels. Now, Sean, I've talked to him about this before. Okay, with Chadwick Boseman just dying of colon cancer, like I'm concerned about Serak's digestive system. I really am, because I got to tell you, the dude blew it out at the radio station. It was bad.
And I gave everybody a warning. I said,
"Hey, look, at school a few times too.
I just used the bathroom, meaning you hold off for a couple of days before you guys go in there." I got a healthy digestive system.
So is it something about the radio? Because every time we were about to do the show when we were at the school, man, you were like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then as soon as we were about to go live, man, I got to take shit. And you're
I gotta be empty
is radio like coffee to you? Because everybody has to take a dump whenever they drink a cup of coffee.
Well, okay. So at the BRN though, it's like the shows are so long to where like, it's like I gotta get
a 4-hour show like most radio shows are.
But that is so long to be, I don't know. And like the thing is, the studio is really dark, and it's like already 4:00 in the morning, so I'm like half asleep, and the darkness makes it even worse. It's like, hey, what's up, Jim from Indiana at 5:00 in the fucking morning? You know what I mean? Like, shit. Let me get some breakfast at least, so I can at least, get my mind right. But no, I mean, I loved it though. I did. I definitely enjoyed it. And look at the friendship we've created since then, right?
I don't want to I just want to switch gears a little bit. It's because it's really first from my mind when he said we're gonna have you on. I kind of wanted to like ask you this question.
Where you just at? What'd you say?
Yeah, I was kind of mumbling because the thing wasn't there.
I thought you speaking Spanish for a second there.
The mic was not there, and even then, whatever. Look, I want to ask Tuddle this question because we were gonna have you on, and
are you having a stroke right now? You can tell us.
My mouth is dry as like you wouldn't believe.
You got high as fuck before you came on, didn't you?
I wish that would have been better. I did. If I'm high, I'm like, whatever.
You sound like Pootie Tang. You sound like Pootie Tang.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have something to drink. That's what.
He even has the Denver Broncos.
And he's got a Denver Bronco. Jesus Christ Almighty!
Stand up right now. Are you wearing Denver Bronco pants? Don't lie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyway, Tuddle, what do you think about WrestleMania here and all that going on? Was your old boss a part of it? Did he like stay away from it big time because of all that, or
no?
What do you think about it?
I will tell you the most awkward part of it is that they brought Titus O'Neil out with Hogan, and I was like, I was like,
who's Titus O'Neil?
All right. Oh, Titus O'Neil is the biggest, thickest brother that you're ever gonna see. Like, I mean, he is Sean. He's pretty jacked,
Well, like
right?
LeBron James.
Yeah. He's
No,
basically
like
he's Tampa's wrestler, basically. I mean, when you think of a wrestler that represents a city,
Titus James.
Titus O'Neil.
no Titus.
Titus O'Neil. Yeah, he does all
He
the
was a
commercials
football
with
player too,
cars.
right? Was he
I
a
believe
football
so.
player?
Yeah, I think he actually like did pro for like a year and then went into wrestling. I
actually,
believe so.
He lives here, right, in Tampa.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
In Tampa,
I see
yes.
this guy all the time.
Okay,
Yeah,
but the reason
go ahead and
I
finish.
said
Go ahead and finish your story, Tuddle.
so what I was saying is I was like, I thought that WWE was kind of pandering a little bit. They're like, all right, we need to bring the biggest star of all time, Hogan, out, and then we are going to bring out an African American wrestler from the home city, and everything's gonna be cool. And I was just like, I can see right through this.
Especially after what just happened in Wisconsin. You know, it's like,
well,
come
think
on.
about what Hulk said. Hulk in 2015 was kind of like Rod stopped liking him. I mean, he was basically this. He hated his daughter's boyfriend, called him all kind of N-words, hated his father. Yeah, hated his father, and basically
you didn't
used
know
his
this
father to buy all kind
of
of things, like even businesses for Hulk, and Hulk would just use it. And then behind his back, he's calling this guy all kind of N-words, and I'm using this guy, everything.
Damn,
It's
I know Hulk
huge.
Hogan was a racist like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brother,
it's bad.
damn
It's bad.
it.
He went on Good Morning America to apologize, and his apology was basically, "I grew up in South Tampa, and this is how we talk to each other."
Yeah, he did say that.
Wait, what?
He did say that. He did say that.
He said, "Yeah, I grew up in South Tampa, and this is how we talk to each other. All my friends, white or black, would talk to each other, call me that, and I would call them that, and this is how we talk." So I don't think I said anything wrong. What kind of apology is that?
There is a I don't know how to say this, but you know, I always notice this, especially like working at a bar, you know, because you meet a lot of groups of people and stuff like that. But there's like lately in the past like 10, 15 years, there's been like this, you know, green light for whether you're white, Latino, Indian, doesn't matter, to like just the N-word just thrown around, just like it ain't nothing. And the thing is, everybody blames like, oh, the music, it's in the song. Like, come on.
And trust me, Hope was not saying nigga. He was not saying that. Believe me.
No. No, but the way that I always feel about it, and I okay, listen, I despise racism. I detest it. Okay. But I am also a firm believer of the First Amendment. The First Amendment, the definition of the First Amendment is the protection of unpopular speech. Okay. Now, if you do say the N-word, I think you should definitely be prepared to get checked on it. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying though, it's not against the law. Where it becomes a problem is where you start trying to go against somebody and the civil liberties, or keeping them from progressing in life and stuff. I believe in absolute freedom of speech. I hate that word. I hate racism and stuff, but there's just going to be dumbass people.
Let me ask you this, Tuddle. If you're in a situation to where, say it's you and maybe a friend of yours, right? Maybe three white guys, right? And one of them says the word, would you check them like then and there?
Yes,
or just because like no one's around and just
no. Well, like, okay, the best man at my wedding was Soul Brother Kevin. Like, seriously, like, I mean, black, yeah. Well, I said Soul Brother Kevin. I would hope that you would, kind of know that.
Stereotyping.
Hey, at least you put the soul part on it. I mean, with the soul part on it, you kind of already know, hey, I already say soul than my black brother.
Like, isn't that like reverse racism?
One black friend,
right?
No, but I would.
So you call? I mean, white people call like the food we grew up eating soul food all the time. That's just a term of endearment because you're talking about based like our old people. The soul of us.
I love soul food, by the way. Oh man. Like seriously, I grew up in the South. Like I've even eaten chitlins before. And
disgusting.
Like, why are you guys getting? I'm the whitest person, and you guys are like.
You said I grew up in the South. I ate some chitlins. Like that makes sense, I guess. That's
I ate chitlins one time, and I didn't know what it was.
You guys don't know what a vegetable is if it hit you in the face, huh?
No, I was like 8. And my grandmother's friend like served a platter of food and whatever, and that was on it.
What are chitlins?
And I had Wait, hold on. I'll tell you exactly. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, oh, what's this? It smelled kind of bad, but I was like, but everyone was like, this is so good, eating it up. I ate it. It wasn't horrible, but it definitely It was not great.
Doesn't it supposed to smell like shit?
Well, you're supposed to turn them inside out and get all the poop out of the intestines.
But no one ever gets everything out. It doesn't happen.
You might as well like lick a butthole.
Don't act like you don't.
Is they do that for spice? Do you eat
do
people fart on your plate if you have chitlins like for flavor? Like, hey, I mean, you pretty much eat it anyway.
Yeah. Once they told me after my few bites told me what it was, I ate no more. I never ate it.
Too late. You're a shit eater now. You can't take that back.
I know.
Once
it's like
chitlins,
forever in your stomach. It's oh my god.
But Tuddle, you were saying about Soul Brother Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like there's been many times where like I had to step up, and even Kevin did. Like you got to remember the radio station that we worked at Real Radio 104.1 was male 25 to 54, white male 25 to 54, and they would okay, all right. So Kevin had a song that actually got played. He did a parody song for the Monsters in the Morning, and Howard Stern actually played it to prove a point. Okay. He went through all the things you can't say on the radio, but the name of the song is "You Can Say In on the Radio." But he actually used the word, and everybody got comfortable, and this one guy like was using it and calling him that. And I could tell Kevin was getting kind of uncomfortable with it. And I had to check him, and Kevin threw a drink on him, and we had to throw hands. Like,
really?
Yeah, like seriously. Like I had Kevin's back completely on it. Listen, I'm not even the biggest fighter, but like, I'm just not going to sit around and let that happen.
The sad part is the guy that you guys were tussling with, he's probably more racist now. Like he just amplified he doubled down on his racism.
But you know what? Fine. So who cares? Because you put yourself in that position. I don't care. If you're a racist once, you're still gonna be racist later.
Do you guys think that this is ever gonna like be solved? Like, are we ever really gonna have any type of unity on Earth?
Okay. All right. So here, I'll give you two examples. Do you realize that for the first time in the United States, the population, the Caucasians are the minority now?
Really?
Has it finally happened? I knew Latinos were close, but I didn't know they were that.
18 under population, Caucasians are now the minority.
What?
I believe it. They said within like a decade,
population, like 95% of the money.
Okay, so here, let me give you an example. Okay, now my dad and his two brothers grew up in the South in like the Gainesville area. Okay. Ocala, that's maybe not the most black friendly area in the state of Florida. Okay.
Like Ocala.
Yeah. So as things have progressed, during my wedding at the time, Kevin and my two uncles and my dad all hung out, got drunk as fuck, and they were all hugging, laughing and stuff. And my dad and all the brothers were like, you know what? Thank you. Like it has opened up our eyes. Like they became different type of people. And I'm not saying that my parents and my dad and uncles were like outright racist, but
they didn't know any better, though.
Yeah, exactly. Because it is a trained thing. You're not born a racist.
No.
You're not. Your parents teach you this. In Serak, we talked about this.
Your parents, your environment, your friends,
Yeah.
Especially growing up. That's what's tough, man. And I tell Sean this all the time. That age group that 6 to 12 years old, like it's hard to break those habits, and or those thoughts about people, especially at like you saying, Tuddle, if you grew up in an all-white neighborhood and you didn't hang out with your first black person till like college or even after college, like you're not gonna really care about it that much. You know what I mean? It's kind of
some people. It's just an empathy thing, because civil rights, honestly, the whole civil rights movement, those people were not living among their black residents. It's just enough of them felt sorry.
Well, because of gentrification.
Yeah,
couldn't live wherever you wanted to.
Like, Yeah, they're like, no, we gotta do something, and that's really what happened then. And now, thankfully, you have neighbors and other people saying, "My neighbor's black. I am not gonna sit by and let you shoot my neighbor." So now we have a better movement. But now they flopped it and said, "Okay, well, you have a movement, but we're gonna call it a riot. And every time you go out for your movement, we're gonna say you're rioting and you're breaking stuff, and it's wrong."
But I think a lot of people
yeah.
know now how the media can manipulate things. I think, especially with this COVID year that we had in 2020, and everybody's at home, and we're paying attention to what's online, what's on TV, because we can't go out. But I definitely think people are probably a little bit more aware now of how the media manipulates, race in general versus pre-COVID.
Hey, so let me bring out something. Do you guys ever watch the TV show CBS Sunday Morning? I know Serak doesn't. I already
Hell
know
no.
what that is.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah,
Is that
like
a cooking
that.
show?
It's a political, mostly political.
But they have
show.
special interest stories. Like they do stuff. Like one of the stories.
Wait, is this 40? Is this 40 Sunday morning watching news
CBS
shows?
Sunday Morning. No, but it's a great.
It starts
show,
at 35. I mean,
is this what it is to be 40 years old? Looking forward to Sunday morning sermons on TV.
No, but they CBS Sunday Morning is on CBS. It is a news show. Mm-hmm. But they interviewed Jamie Foxx this weekend. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they were talking about the TV show In Living Color. And I don't think a lot of people
show.
I don't think people give that show enough credit the way that they were talking about it. It was the first show. It had black actors, black writers, black directors.
Yeah, the Wayans, right?
Yeah, the Wayans.
The Wayans, they had to fight like hell to get that show on air. That's why that's only why only Fox took it. CBS,
and what about
ABC,
Jim Carrey though?
NBC would not touch it.
Everybody forgets Jim Carrey started on that show
that catapulted his career.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And didn't J-Lo start out as one of the fly girls?
Well, yes, she did. She was a fly girl.
Living Color?
Yeah, she was a fly girl in Living Color. Yeah, believe me, I remember seeing her. Believe me,
I think I get
show every single Sunday.
Living Color and Living Single mixed up.
No, but they pushed the envelope too, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like they even with like gay stuff, like remember like the snapping thing.
Oh yeah, his character Shanae was her name.
Well, yeah, no, Shanae was on what's his face's
That's
show,
Martin. Shanae is Martin.
Yeah, what was Shanae's character?
Yeah, Homie the Clown. You had
Fire Marshal Bill.
Bill
was Jim Carrey. Oh, Homie the Clown.
Yeah, I said Homie the Clown was that was one of my favorites though.
Yeah. That was such a great show, man.
But it wouldn't make it now. A show like that would not make it now because
it's too controversial.
Yeah,
exactly.
It'd have to be like on like HBO or like Netflix or something. Like you couldn't. It wouldn't be on regular ass TV. Not at all.
No. But if you didn't have In Living Color, you would have never had Dave Chappelle's show, though.
Well, let me ask you this though, like,
or Mad TV.
Back in the 90s, though, like it was different, like cable services. Remember, like you actually had to have, there was an option not to have cable, pretty much. So they technically didn't get as much.
You do know that you don't have to have cable now. Like you
no, I'm saying, but like,
but
like, back then you'd have to go to somebody's house to watch a certain show or something, like, you know what I mean? Versus it being, writing your hand or streamable today.
Well, yeah. Most people did not have cable.
So they weren't really getting a lot of it. They were getting a lot of attention, but technically not.
But see, the show was on Fox. It came on.
It was on Fox. Yeah, it was on Fox. Yeah. It was on regular TV.
Okay.
It came on. Okay. Oh, trust me.
My age is showing. I'm sorry. I apologize. My age is showing. I think I was like 6 years old when it came on.
In Living Color came on right after The Simpsons, which at the time was also a show pushing the envelope as far as Jews pushing and putting their stuff out there. It was a. Go ahead.
Did you guys ever watch Married with Children? That was another.
That was the other show.
That was another show that pushed the envelope. Serak,
was that with
it was with Bundy. Yeah, Al Bundy.
Yeah.
And they had like the character Alf. No, that was a different show.
No, that was Alf.
But
I don't fucking know, man.
Can you believe how long Alf? Can you believe how long Alf was actually on TV? I mean, not to change subject, but seriously, it was on for a very long time.
Maybe you know what? Alf was what was he? Alien?
He was an alien that loved to eat cats.
See, that's what we should do. We should have a year where every character in a TV show and movie is like dressed as like an alien. You can't be racist to aliens. You just like you just sit there and get frustrated.
They found a way. Trust me. They
found a way. Can I ask you guys? I want to see. So he was talking about how long the TV show Alf ran. Do you know which character on TV has had the most seasons on TV? So
which character?
Yeah, I do.
Which character?
Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to. No.
Homer Simpson.
Well, I'm talking. Okay, real life character.
Real people.
Actor. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Give us a clue. Like, is it like a crime
show? Wait, is an actual character?
One is a crime show.
Person?
One is a crime. It's a fictional character.
Okay,
but one is a crime drama, and the other guy is kind of doing what we're doing right now.
Law and Order SVU.
Well, Richard Belzer. He was actually, he played Detective Munch.
The really old guy.
Yeah,
well, he's the conspiracy theory guy. He's not on it anymore.
No, he actually, if you look at one of the interviews with Pierce Morgan, around gun control and some other issues, you actually see Munch sitting right in the front row taking notes. It was an amazing scene. I was like, wow.
Kelsey Grammer, that played Frasier on Cheers and the TV show Frasier, is the longest running character ever on TV.
How long was Frasier on for?
Well, you got to remember though, Cheers, he ran through Cheers, and then Frasier was on for like 8 or 9, maybe even 10 years.
So was Frasier an extension of Cheers?
Yes.
Well, it was the same character. So after it was a spinoff, and then I think Frasier might have been at one point even more popular when it came to syndication.
Oh yeah, more because more black people like Frasier than they like Cheers. They can relate more to it because he actually had, unlike Cheers, which hardly had anyone of any other race going to the bar, Frasier had many other people come on the show, so it was relatable. It just was. He actually dated a black woman on the show for a few dates. It was crazy.
It was Black History Month, probably.
Hey, Sean, did you know that there were actually 2 in real life gay people that played straight characters on that show?
I did not know
on Frasier. David Hyde Pierce, the ones that
I know David Hyde Pierce,
the bartender.
No, he was Frasier's brother, and the dad was gay as well too.
Oh, I didn't know the dad was. I knew David Hyde Pierce was, but I didn't know the dad was.
Yeah, the dad. Yeah. So I mean, and I always thought the British chick on there, Daphne, was hot.
Yeah, she was back then.
You guys are so old. You guys are so old. Like, I don't know any of these characters. Only thing I know about Cheers is the theme song, and that my mom used to watch it in the morning on days that I didn't have to go to school.
Okay, so Sean, can I ask you? Did you ever? How old are you, by the way? You're in your 40s, right, Sean?
I'm 40. I am 40 years old.
Okay, so did you ever watch the movie Higher Learning back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Serak
gave me a half-ass review of Higher Learning.
Listen,
I don't even know if he watched the whole thing.
Do I need to bring my wife in here because she'll school us all on that movie?
You know what's funny
she loves that.
about the about that movie? How Michael Rappaport's in it, and then he gets into that situation with Kevin Durant. Like, that was almost a week after I watched the movie. It's like, oh, what a scumbag playing his character. I mean, it was just I don't know, man.
It was ahead of its time,
a kid.
Though.
I was a kid that went outside. I wasn't stuck in the house watching TV and watching movies. I was playing.
I was in the woods all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I played in the woods. I would climb trees and jump tree to tree.
This is the difference between the North and the South. That's all I'm saying is I don't have time to watch sitcoms all day and figure out who's gay and who's not and who's been there all for the
wasn't the North like snowed in for like 3 months out of the year, so you couldn't go outside, so you had to do nothing but watch TV?
Yeah, so when we snowed in, I would work with my hands. I'd build stuff. I'd help my dad put up like drywall.
Jack off? Is that what it is?
I build stuff with my hands. Late night Showtime, was it? You used to get that channel. But you kind of got it like halfway, be like fuzzy, like I think that's a person.
Now you can relate. Now you can have something to relate.
Showtime
Carried on for
Showtime?
No, not Showtime, but how the channel was like blurred. You kind of.
I used to watch BT Uncut. Oh my god! At 3 o'clock in the morning, you want to see some raunchy videos.
Hey, my dad being a construction worker, they would stop at like some of the truck stops, and that's where he magazines. Like Playboy was bullshit back in the day, but like if you got like Cherry
Hustler.
or Jugs or Hustler or Penthouse, that's where you got to see some of the stuff at.
I was watching a podcast yesterday. This guy, Andrew Huberman, he's a neuroscientist, and he was saying, oh, thought I'd run, but he was saying that for testosterone. Hold on, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I can hear you. I'm sorry. I just had to check the time. You know that I'm on a.
Oh yeah. We'll wrap it up shortly here. But I was saying yesterday I was watching a podcast of this guy Andrew Huberman, who's a like a neuroscientist, and the topic was like testosterone and estrogen, and he was saying that just by like viewing like porn or even like porn like a Playboy, like it increases your testosterone level by like 10%. So then you guys know
anything that gives me the ability to watch a little more porn and not get in an argument with my wife works for me.
He also said competition is great for testosterone. Like either playing sports, competing in something is great for, and obviously working out too. So
I believe that.
I know you guys are in your 40s, and I know you guys got to watch those levels.
Whatever, dude. Listen, hey, I was on all the crazy mood stabilizing drugs for so long. I got a buildup of testosterone that when I got off of those drugs, I was like a goddamn teenage kid that just discovered like masturbation. Like, I swear to God, I was wearing that shit out. I was getting calluses on my foreskin.
I believe it. It's like, you work again.
Side
Welcome
effects.
back.
Tuddle, how much time you got?
I mean, I got a couple more minutes, but I do got to.
Let me ask you a quick question real quick, Tuddle. Something that actually came up a few days ago, and I actually didn't think I have a chance to talk to you about. Nicholas Tabachuk. Remember, do you know his name? Tabachuk?
Fill me in a little bit.
Nicholas Tabachuk's the guy who actually was the Nielsen guy who broke the whole Hulk Hogan story. Basically, he was the one who gave the recording to
Gawker.
Yeah, he's the one who gave the report to Gawker, and he's now suing for 1 point. He's suing Bubba for 1 point.
Well, I listen. They don't.
Anytime you're 1 point, you're like,
yeah, it's for millions.
They don't tell me shit, but like anything else, like
you sure they got COVID? People, are you sure they got COVID?
Man, you
might be in Tijuana by next time. Like, where's Bubba? Oh, he's in Tijuana.
Wait. So wait. Please, I got to hear this story because I want to know this. Please tell me.
All right, let me. I'll read to this story.
Is this new? This just happened?
Yeah, this happened. The story was published April 5th. I actually got it like a few days after that. A former Lager resident, this is on from Tampa Bay Times. Former Lager resident said fans notorious shock jock radio personality forced him to flee the state after they learned of his role in exposing the radio host ratings tampering scheme. Nicholas Tabachuk makes the claim.
I know who it is.
Oh yeah, shit!
Made claim in
the guy said N-word?
Flanders County Court.
No, this doesn't have anything to do with any like taping or anything like this. This is about the ratings tampering thing.
Yeah, exactly. I was wondering what your thoughts on it were.
Unfortunately, I cannot comment on this because
it's ongoing
investigation.
It's ongoing. Yes. I mean, it's still going. So I understand that.
And
also, like,
Tuddle might be involved. You see the water bottle. Listen, he got a boat ready.
I'll leave it on what Serak said right there, and that's all that I can comment on.
All right. I understand. I understand.
Listen,
that's the reason it's reaching a story. It's
3, 4, 5.
No. So Serak will tell you. Like I talk about everything. So but like I just cannot talk about that.
No, I understand. It's ongoing, so I completely understand. Just wanted to ask you to see what your thoughts were. We can move on from it. That's fine by me.
Him and the Deshaun Watson girls, hush money. Shh.
Oh, all right, guys. I got to get to the hospital, check out my dad and everything.
All right, buddy.
But I had a great time with this. Hey, Sean, one last thing. All right. I want to ask you. All right.
Don't lie.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying don't lie, but like,
I'll probably lie.
Does it bother you that Serak comes on my show sometimes? Like, you know, because I don't know. Like, I don't want you to feel. I don't want you to feel like, you know, like I have respect for you. I like you a lot, Sean. I just don't want to be like I'm taking your bitch or whatever.
Wow.
Nah.
It can only be one
you know
token.
what? You
It
know
can
what?
only be one token.
I did feel like a little I'm not gonna I can't say that anymore. I did feel like a little kid, at like the first couple of times, like, oh, he's gonna leave me for
You
his show.
guys in your
But then I was
fucking
like, you know
feelings.
what? He's good. He's good. He's just gonna promote the show on his channel.
Exactly.
I'm all right with it.
All right. Hey, can we do this? Can the next time Serak comes on, can we get both of you? Like
I always say that.
You never tell me when you're going on.
I've asked. No,
You
Serak,
never
I
told
have
me
asked.
going on.
I have asked. I've asked if we could have both of you on. He was like, no, it's just me.
Well, because Tuddle gives me like literally like an hour notice. Like
you were like, Sean will just slow us down.
I believe it. He's like, Sean's never ready. He's gonna be here like 1 minute before the time.
Whatever. I said what I said.
No, he said no. I don't know what it means, but he kept saying CPT.
CPT.
Yeah. I believe it too. I believe it.
That's church. That's church people time. People always late for church.
He tries to change the start times with me all the time. Like, we start at 4:30. No, we start at 4 o'clock today. Fool.
I know. I'm always bitching about time, right? I was complaining.
No, Serak, you always all right. Hey, 12:30, and then like 45 minutes later, it was like, yo, man, can we do 2? And then it'll be like, oh, hey, can we do like 2:37 or something?
Can we just do like a rolling start?
Yeah, it was just like, yeah, man, I know it's your show, but like, can we start when it's convenient for me?
You ready? Yeah. And then once I'm ready, like, you ready? You ready? All right.
Yeah, were you adjusting your Invisalign? Like,
yeah, I got earlier today. I had an appointment this morning. Christ, I know, and they're just bothering the shit out of me right now. So I had to like.
You look like you have like a wannabe
Steve
grill.
Harvey.
Like,
no, there's
you couldn't
Steve
afford
Harvey
the full
teeth.
grill, so you did like Steve Harvey teeth.
They are Steve. Yeah, it's like Steve Harvey. It's like walking out.
I still got my wisdom teeth back there though. I gotta get those out. Yeah.
But no, Tuddle, it's all right. I like him coming on the show because it promotes
Sean,
all right, I tell you what. Next time you record, we will come on, both of us.
All right.
That sounded weird, right? We would come on both. We will join you.
All right, guys. I gotta go. I love you both. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, Tuddle.
Peace out.
Thanks.
All right. We're in a weird spot here.
I know, right? Like,
but I did have
He is right about the microphone thing, though. I need to get a better mic because because I have to be like right on this thing for you to.
Yeah, you sound great right there.
Like,
I back up a little bit. Let's see.
Like right here where I'm actually sitting.
Okay, now he's not getting another room.
Yeah.
Are you on a desk, right?
Yeah, I'm at my desk.
Just hold it. Just hold it like an announcer. Just hold it like this.
This whole show I've been leaned over like this just so you guys can hear me right.
You gotta get a gaming chair. That's the thing. You gotta get a gaming chair. One of those.
Maybe so. I gotta get a gaming chair and a new mic. There you go.
I've actually
I gotta get
broken 2 chairs so far. For some reason, they keep like breaking at like the armrest. Like I literally bought a chair off a guy that lives here because he just moved in. He's like, "Hey, you want this chair?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." Within 2 days, arms on the side fell off. Like, should I go back to him and be like, "Yo, man, you set me up with that fucking chair that was already busted before I even got it," or do I just like bite the bullet? It was only $20.
Nah, I'd go back to him. I'm like, "Look, man,
he's a big dude.
Where's my stuff?"
He's a big dude.
No,
I don't know. He looked aggressive. Do you want to?
Well, he got your money though. I'm just saying he got your money.
He did get my money, but I gave him one of them Usher dollars, so he ain't gonna be able to spend it. He ain't gonna be able to spend it. Trust me.
Speaking of those Usher dollars, let's talk before we get to the show. Let's talk about that real quick because that's actually a pretty big story. Actually, there's 2 things going on.
Was that even true?
Yes, it is true. There's plenty of pictures out there of him and his 100s, 20s, and 1s of dollar bills with his face on them. Like
maybe like he was shooting a music video and he forgot he had like the prop dollars in his pocket and then went to the real strip club. It was just miscommunication. That happens sometimes, It's like, oh shit, did I give him the Usher bucks or the $100? Can't remember.
I don't even know. I mean, like that's most of those girls. That's their only job. That's their only job. So they're like, I'm gonna strip my stuff and then like all I'm gonna get out of this is fake money.
I mean, I would keep them. I would still keep them.
Yeah, you know what? I keep them too. You know what I'd use them for? As evidence to sue to get my real money.
Exactly. I wonder, how no one noticed that until I don't know if he left and then they noticed.
This cannot be like the first time. He's had to get away with this.
Yeah, he just come in dancing and then throw his money and then kind of like just slide right back out. I mean,
yeah. At first they were probably like, "Oh, I got money with Usher's face on it," so they kept it for like some years. Like, "Oh, this is great," but then he got that right one. It's like, man, nah, I don't care about your face being on my money. I want some. I got bills to pay, fool.
You know,
I need my dollars.
They can be seen as like counterfeit. Well, I don't know what's the line with counterfeit. I mean, that's obviously
it could money. Be used as. I mean, I think it could be used as counterfeit because the girls are putting on a performance, a show, and their pay is the dollar bills.
Yeah, but you don't technically have to tip strippers. No. So like,
there's a 2-drink minimum, so there's no one can force you to tip a stripper.
Yeah, so he probably
can force you to buy a drink or get out of the business, but they can't force you to tip a stripper. That's correct.
So he probably got himself a nice little, Tito's and soda, 2 of those, and then with real money, obviously. And then afterwards, he was like, you know what? I got these Usher bucks. Might as well use them. I mean, remember McDonald's used to have, I think like McDonald's cash or McDonald's bucks or some shit.
But like that was legal, not legal tender, but that was actual tender that they would use, and you could buy stuff from McDonald's with. Listen, you can't buy Usher products from Usher's like
they gotta be worth something.
Usher bucks.
You can at least buy his album with his Usher bucks. I'll like my money back, please. Here's your fucking fake Gucci dollar, whatever. And what were you saying? You had something else?
Yeah, one other thing. This is kind of a little serious, but it's kind of pissed me off. There's a guy, his name is Penland, Staff Sergeant Penland. I saw the video last night and I saw the video and I rewatched the video again today. He is on video. If I can find it, I'll play it. But he is on video threatening this little kid, literally a little kid.
Wait, Staff Sergeant as in like in the army or?
He's an army drill sergeant. Threatening this little kid to get out of the neighborhood that he does not have permission to be there at all.
Well, sounds like a George Zimmerman type situation.
So let me see if I can. I know the video is on here. It is a George Zimmerman situation, and luckily he actually attacked the kid.
Wait, how big is this kid?
Tiny kid, little kid. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. I got the video right here. Let me share my screen. Oh
shit! I think I gotta let you share it.
Oh, by the way, I'm not recording. So.
I am. Don't worry.
So to our listeners out there, here's the video. This is Staff Sergeant Penland who is threatening DeAndre to get out of his neighborhood. So yes, we're talking that kind of threat, that kind of stupidity.
Let me see.
We're talking about.
Is it working?
No, it's still disabled.
I don't. This fucking.
Time.
Did it work now?
Yep, got it.
Okay.
All right, let's find them. There it is.
Beautiful. I don't see anything.
Don't see anything yet? Oh wait, I gotta hit share first. I will get this, I promise.
Oh damn.
All right.
Damn, boy, you gotta close them tabs.
That's all. It's all weekly. That's the weekly review tabs. This is all weekly review stuff.
Okay.
You won't find you can find Pornhub right there. I'm not that dumb.
All right, fair enough.
All right, this is Staff Sergeant Penland, who is talking to. This is a 2-minute long video, and I'm actually going to play the entire video for people to look because it pissed me off. And just watch what happens.
I told this super douche line.
Can you hear it?
I can't hear it. No, but I'm sure. I can kind of
see if I can get the volume to work here. Oh, I know what I didn't do. Can you hit that share screen for me again?
Yeah, it's still on your screen. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the sound to work.
Ooh. Oh, I guess I'll just like talk over for him. Like, all right, what the hell are you doing in my neighborhood? Well,
here we go. This is what I did. I messed something up. Here we go.
Go away right now.
Hey, they were.
What happened?
It's something I didn't do. So here we go. I need to do this again. Technology, people. So, over it.
Then walk. Go away right now.
You should be.
Hey, they've already been called. You know what? Maybe you should hang on a little longer. We'll see how it goes.
What happened before this?
What is it you're doing here? Walking.
Then walk.
Okay, that's what I was doing.
So before this, I just
Well, you've been here like 15 minutes now.
Let's go. Walk away.
So before
walking.
this kid
Walk
was just
away.
walking. He lives in the neighborhood near here. He was just
Walk
walking.
away
He was
right
out
now.
for just a normal walk.
You need help?
This guy, the white guy on the right, and the staff sergeant.
I'm happy to help you.
This guy
There's a
decided
difference
to
between
Pretty
pushing
sure you
you
were the aggressor.
tell this
honey.
kid.
You're aggressing on their neighborhood.
Someone came running.
Walk back.
You better walk away. You walk away.
does not-
You talking to my wife right now.
I can't hear you. I can
Walk
turn it
away.
down a little bit.
Walk away.
You can hear it now?
Yeah, I can't.
Check it out. Either walk away or I'm going to carry your ass out of here. What do you want to
Be
do?
quiet and let the video play.
Or what? What are you going to do?
You up on me?
Let's go. Walk away.
I didn't do anything.
I'm about to do something to you. You better start walking.
I do anything to her.
You better start walking right
When you
now.
come after me like that,
I ain't coming after
you're the one in the
you.
wrong.
You're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. Get out. Get out.
I'll let you say.
Where? Where's your house? What's your address?
Maybe we should walk you home.
Walk me home.
Well, you bet.
And you can hear,
You wanna
I
bet
guess
what I
this is
can do?
Finland's wife on the other side of it.
Okay,
Right
what's
now,
your
you're
address?
harassing
She's not the one
the
holding the
neighborhood.
camera, but she's there. She's
You
present.
said he's harassing the neighborhood. How do you
Where?
harass the entire neighborhood?
Cause check it out. We are a tight knit community.
Okay.
We
How
take
long
care
have
of
you
each
been
other.
here? How long have
A
you
hell of a
been
lot
living
longer than your ass. Cause I have never seen you before in my
How long
life.
have you been living here?
That's
Why
none
does
of
that
your
even
business.
matter to you?
How long have you been
It
living
doesn't
here?
matter. You know what? Get the hell out of my face.
You've been
Get out of my
here.
face.
You walked up to me.
Check it
As
out,
you can tell, he's a
motherfucker. I
short
ain't
guy
playing with you.
who's trying
You either
to.
get your ass
be big
moving,
in front of
or
a
I'm
little
gonna
kid.
move you.
You smell drunk.
You want to bet?
You are drunk.
I'm about to show you what I can do.
I would suggest
You better walk away.
This man has height anger issues.
Walk away.
So if he swing on him,
following me, sir.
He already
Only
pushed
one
him. He's
way out
already
here.
hit the
It's
kid.
right over there.
Pretty much. I mean, when he shoved
he got
him.
more
Wanna
patience than
bet?
me because I would have cold cocked the dude.
Walk away.
And that is the video.
What happened beforehand?
He was just walking. That was it. Just walking.
Go away.
And wait, the guy just randomly came. I feel like it's more
Hey,
to the
they've already
story.
been called.
There's not.
They're just
He
waiting.
was, the kid
You know what?
lives over in the Summit, and it's a, I guess, apartment complex there, right near this neighborhood, right next to this neighborhood, where plenty of people from that complex walks
Wait, so
in that
who's
neighborhood.
angry staffer? The sergeant guy?
Yeah, the white guy.
Oh, okay. So okay. Damn, that was weird. I don't know. Like, it has to be more to that story. There's no way, that some random dude just comes up to start talking shit. Like, yeah, it's definitely more. It has to be. I mean,
No.
because
I-
you harass me like that. I mean, even if you gonna whoop me, I'm gonna kick you as hard as I can in the nuts.
when the police came,
Uh-huh.
because this is the from Cheryl Johnson. There's actually been a follow-up to this video. I'm gonna read this from Cheryl Johnson. Thank you all for reaching out and helping to support DeAndre. The young black male's name is DeAndre. We did not know him nor had ever met him until last night. The young lady recording the video, we also did not know until last night.
Mhm.
She saw the young man in distress and knew he didn't do anything wrong. So she started videoing for his safety. Smart girl.
Oh,
She
so the one
sent me-
video in it is okay.
It's someone else. She sent me the video last night and I got the okay to post it. I have been in contact with both DeAndre, as I call him now, to check on him and the young lady, Shade, who did the video. Both are doing okay, but still processing. Last night, we all bonded because we noticed a young man in distress and he happened to be black. We waited with him until the officer arrived, and we repeatedly informed the officer that D was assaulted. You all didn't see the second instance when he slapped his hand and his phone fell and cracked. That she's saying when the staff sergeant slapped DeAndre's hand and his phone fell and cracked. The officer told us that his supervisor told him that he could only charge the white guy with malicious injury to property and not assault. DeAndre was calm throughout.
Well, this is in
and he
South
had-
Carolina. I'm like,
Yes.
'cause I feel like in Florida, like somebody would just pull out a pistol and
Yeah.
they quite
I'm
crazy.
sorry. DeAndre was calm throughout, and he had been in that neighborhood, the Lakes at Barony Place, walking plenty of times, and he lives in the Summit. Lots of people walk out there and never any trouble. Vanetta and I only wanted to get D to safety because the situation was getting out of control, and that white guy was very angry and yelling at him, overpowering him. We circled back to get him out of the situation because we refused to see D go to jail or lying there dead simply because he was black. The only thing he did was be black while walking. That was a statement, a follow-up from Cheryl Johnson, who posted the video.
Hopefully that guy gets his ass handed to him and then gets all his, accolades stripped from whatever branch he represents.
The last thing I saw from the commanding general of Fort Jackson was they are looking into the situation, and that is not how soldiers are supposed to.
Yeah.
Act.
Listen, if you
Which is
are
true.
threatened by somebody, well, I was gonna say call the cops, but I don't know if that would have worked either. Call them somebody.
Isn't that sad? That's getting to that point that we can't just easily pick up the phone and call the cops because we don't know what the actual response is going to be.
It needs to be like a Black Panther black hotline. You just be like, "Yo, cops ain't gonna believe this shit, but y'all will. I need y'all to come help me."
I mean, maybe there should be two police forces.
There should be
two police forces. One that will definitely do with inner city and youth and just people of color, and one that just deals simply with white.
But then we're going crimes. But the sad part is, then you kind of headed back to like segregation. It's like that.
But you don't have to they don't have to segregate the cops. Just make it two different police forces. Like this is your department and this is your department.
Just make cops all fucking robots or something. To where they don't judge. They just be like, hey, this is the law, or else I guess they don't have emotions. They don't accidentally grab the wrong part. No, it's a robot.
The thing is here's the thing. Any idea is better than what we have right now.
Yeah. It's true, man. It's getting crazy. I mean, it's been crazy. I don't want to say it's getting crazy. This has been like this for plenty of time. Now it's just on social media and people are open. Yeah. Ooh, I can't believe this is happening. Like, motherfucker, this is how we grew up.
This is how we've been growing up since. That's how I grew up. This is how people I know that are black grew up, older than me.
I go out with a white friend. You know what I mean? Like I make sure I got look, Ted here, John here, will vouch for me.
Yeah. And that even doesn't work. I got told, hey, you're selling drugs in the bathroom because you're black. And I was with my white friend at the time.
Man, it's crazy. And the thing is, I mean, I know it doesn't happen every single day, but like,
it happens. I know.
We shouldn't have like even
I guarantee
me and you shouldn't have stories, true stories that we can tell of our own experiences, right? It's just it shouldn't be happening. So
that means it's a normal thing, and yet people refuse to accept that it's a normal thing that we have to go through.
And the thing is, and like I said, and I stand by this, I don't think like all cops are bad. I truly don't, because I know some cops that are cool as fuck. That are, I wouldn't say I'm like friends with, but I know, I know who they are as a person. And
I serve with some who, I have no problem with them backing me up, being next to me, by my side. But there are some in those same departments that I wouldn't go down a back alley with. I know that for a fact.
But the hard part is, that's like that with any, large group of, people. Yeah, I won't say cops, but like even like doctors, right? Thousands of doctors, and all across the United States. They're not all great. Some of them are crooked. Some of them probably kill people when they could have saved them. So it's like
are racist. There's some that are racist. There's some that impregnate women. Without the woman's, obviously without the woman's knowledge or approval.
It's hard to like. A few, like you said, they always say a few bad apples, right? It's hard to figure out who they are, pinpoint them out. It's anybody. It could be anybody. So it's
here's the thing. And I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack for saying this. The officer who shot Dante Wright the other day, I don't think she intended to shoot him, but I do think that in her mind that she didn't really care. That it was a second thought.
Yeah.
Versus if it would have been a white kid from her neighborhood, I don't think she would have reached for her gun quite as fast or her taser.
I don't understand why
it would have been more of a fight.
I don't understand why they always have to like, why can't, I don't know. It's just like, don't be a cop if you're fucking afraid. If you're scared. I mean, yes, it's you don't know what to expect in certain situations, but like you can't like already like pre-scare yourself to a situation. Like that's when like your training kicks in. Like what to look for, the signs, what to do. That's why you train, that's why you practice, or whatever you want to call it. But like if you're already scared before you even like walk up, like you're looking for a reason to make a mistake or grab your gun instead of your taser, which is weird. Why? I mean, like just put two guns on the side or two tasers on the side. Like don't, you can't tell me a veteran for 30, 40 years, all of a sudden this one
I think it was
incident.
26 years, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
And then it's like, does he have a gun? He doesn't have. If he doesn't have a gun, then why do you need your gun? Right? Like every cop should be able to whoop one-on-one a criminal's ass. Like you can't be let a criminal overpower you. You should be a cop.
I have no problem, and yes, this goes back to the 60s of us getting whipped, Black Americans getting whipped. But I have no problem with batons. I don't think a cop should have to go one-on-one with a person because the person is going to assault them or something. But I don't think going to lethal force or almost lethal force is the first option. I think you should have to pull out your baton.
Yeah,
it used to come.
It should be like it should be levels to the aggression. It's not like, oh, let me grab my gun first.
Yeah, grab that baton, hit me a few times, wipe me across the head. I might comply a lot more better than, thinking, oh wait, if I keep going, she's gonna pull that gun. This baton's one thing, but that gun's something else.
Yeah, but
let me stop right now.
It's like, but again, it's like, you have, I wouldn't say unexperienced cops because she, like I said, she was on the force for a very long time, but you have people who are unexperienced in these type of life situations with fighting or with having a disagreement, an argument, or things get out of hand. Like if you've never really experienced that, outside of a uniform, and all of a sudden, you take a couple book tests and you practice your aim at the shooting range, and you go out there expecting it to be like that, but it ain't. So it's I don't know. I feel like cops in general are a good thing, but not everybody should be a cop that is a cop.
Yes, and like you said, and not putting it out there because the show does it, but you and I both have acquaintances. I actually have, I consider them friends who are police officers. I think they're good police officers, but do I think they can make a mistake? Yes. People make mistakes, which is essentially what Kim Porter is saying that she did. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. Yeah. Notice I had to change what I was. I don't know if I believe that. I don't fully believe that, but at the end of the day, that's what she's stating. So you still got to pay for a mistake.
Yeah,
that's what she's been charged with second degree manslaughter. But you have to pay for every mistake you make.
Really nothing.
Oops, it's not less than 10 years for a man's life and a $50,000 fine.
Yeah, and I mean, you literally took a kid, like
a father. You took a father of an infant,
and then you got the racist out there that's saying, oh, well, if the dad was around, like, well, if you fucking kill him all, like, what do you expect?
There you go. If you don't incarcerate us and you don't kill us, then maybe, just maybe, the Black communities can actually prosper. But right now, you're so into just putting us in jail.
To be a
things
cop,
need to change.
To be a cop, part of the training, you should have to get your ass. Like, you should have to get your ass up by somebody. Like, that's part of the training. Like, they come bring a bigger guy. It's like, you got to fight this guy. Okay, you got to be able to tell the difference between him about to kill you and y'all just fighting, because it's a difference. You can tell. I don't want to say you can tell it's about to kill you, but you probably could. But
there's a difference when fighting for your life versus I'm fighting to just get away. There's a difference.
Exactly.
Fighting for your life means I don't care. I'm grabbing everything and anything. I'm trying to kill you. Fighting just to get away means I'm shoving you. I may throw 1 or 2 punches, but mainly I'm just shoving you, trying to get my feet and my legs loose so I can get the hell away. And if you looked at the video of Dante Wright, he didn't throw a single punch. He didn't throw a single kick. He just got loose from when they were trying to handcuff him and they messed up and he jumped in his car.
And I assume most criminals are trying to get away, not trying to fight back. I mean, they may give a struggle to get, handcuffs and stuff like that. But and say if it is a struggle, right? Say if there's a struggle, you're trying to handcuff him, you guys are wrestling it up, and say he gets the best of you. He's not going to get up and grab your gun and shoot you. Most likely he's going to get up and take off running, and you chalk it up as a loss. And then you call back up.
You go to his house
later.
You go to his house. Yeah, you go to his house later. Hey, you got away from me, but guess what? I'm going to find you no matter what. Yeah. Boom. Problem solved. Criminal off the street. Everyone goes home happy.
That's why
he's alive. You're alive. Good deal.
The idea, and remember, the body cams. They just started that a couple years back. 2
years ago.
Can you imagine how it was before body cams? You just had to take the guy's word for it.
Yeah, which no one ever did. They had a police hotline. I remember New York used to advertise this. They had a police hotline for complaints, an actual hotline that literally ran off the hook. Mm-hmm. But guess what they did with those complaints? Allegedly, I'm just make sure I preface this. Allegedly, they didn't do anything. No follow-ups. No nothing. They didn't follow up. No, there was no follow-ups done, unless you were of a high-profile status to call that line, meaning you were on a certain part of town. Nothing was going to happen.
Yeah, that's how
it is,
man.
Come out there.
That's how it is. You need to. I'm telling you, man. I'm not saying there needs to be a neighborhood watch or something, but Black people, minorities, people of color, whatever. They need something, a force for them that is just as, you know, I wouldn't say like threat. I don't want to say threatening, and just as
intimidating.
Yeah, but in a good way though, not to where like, you know, we're constantly fighting back. It's just that
where you can intimidate the other party to act.
Well, you should feel safe.
Manner.
You should be able to call, you know, whether it's 911 or whatever number, and the guy coming is there to, you know, protect you versus seeing you as a threat.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to call 911, and the first thing you think is, oh, you're the bad guy.
Yeah,
and yet, and then you shoot first. Yeah,
I called you, man. Yeah. Like, oh man, these trigger happy people, man. They need to do it like in England where they just, you got a baton, you gotta square up with the dude.
So just so everyone understands, I like guns. I have no problem with guns. I don't like people who don't know how to use their weapons
or abuse them.
There you go.
You know. I'm thinking about with all this stuff going on, man. Like, I'm not a huge gun fan, but shit, man, I might need to, you know, get me a little pea shooter or something. Put in my sock.
Yourself. There's no reason not to have a weapon in the house to protect yourself, because this is 2021. Things are crazy, as we can see. People are gonna do whatever they want to do. Protect yourself. That doesn't mean you're gonna be trigger happy. Just keep it at home.
Well, see, that's what I'm worried about, because I lose in Call of Duty, I might shoot my computer. You know what I mean? And that's the only reason I even know some of these guns. I'm like, wait a minute, that was on season 2 of Warzone. That is a AUG. Is that the recoil is really good on that gun? I'm just kidding. Oh man. Did you have a what the Florida? I know this was kind of like last sec. Okay.
No, I do. You know, we always got to end on a positive note. And since I brought up, you know, kind of story at the end, I'm gonna end on a positive note. But let me have to say this one last thing. Pentland, from a fellow Army person, veteran, you deserve to be kicked the fuck out of the Army. Sorry, damn. I'm saying it. Fuck you.
Peace out, dog. You gotta
fuck you.
What's the word for it? You gotta damn. What's the word for when you kick you out the Army?
Oh, there's honorable discharge. Or other than honorable. You can take an other than
no, when what is it when they go crazy?
RE4. That's what it's called.
No, but like in movies and stuff, like when he joins.
I think it's like a chapter 4 or chapter 7 or whatever. I forgot what it was.
I can't think of it. He went AWOL. That's what it is. Yeah, he went AWOL. No. AWOL on the sidewalk. Oh man.
But yeah, screw you. You deserve everything that is going to happen to you, because trust me, hell is coming.
What a jerk. What a jerk. You know, I'm about to start carrying around like a camera drone that just follows me, just in case I'm ever in that situation and I need some proof. There's going to be live streamed straight to the cloud. You know, I just
well, at a certain age, once you hit 6 years old and you're Black or Latino or any other person of color, you automatically get a camera that hovers above you and follows every move you go, because that's the only way I can. Well, not every move. Okay, no, not every move. Every move outside of the home.
Your camera caught you smoking weed. You don't have a prescription for that.
Well, by then, hopefully, there won't be an issue with that.
Yeah, I know, right?
But I'm just saying, you know, we need a camera. I'm glad that someone was recording, because that's all.
Yeah, like what would have
been the only way things are done is when things are recorded.
Yeah, and you know what the sad part is? If it wasn't recorded, it probably would have been worse, because you know how when people see a camera, like, and they know they're the aggressor, or you know they're the bad guy in the situation, they kind of act up a little. You know, they strain up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, look, it's a camera there. I would have slapped him. You know, which is fucked up though, because deep down inside, the guy's an asshole, and he would have done way worse if nobody was watching.
Yep, so, and he would have done way worse. And DeAndre probably would have wanted to get arrested, saying he was the aggressor, that little kid.
Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, man. I can't wait to see what unfolds with that.
Yeah, me too. All right, moving on. Let's play What the Floor. Let's get on a better note. A nice little higher note. Are you ready? Since we don't have anyone to play against, I'm not going to put up a Chick-fil-A gift card, but I will put up, I guess, nothing.
I was looking like, what you got? You got some money? Look, Robotest. All right. You win some Robotest if you
there you go.
Honey flavored.
See,
maximum strength.
I would say my Broncos cup, but we all know I like the Broncos too much.
Oh my God. Jesus.
All right, moving on. Hey, I don't hate Tampa Bay. You know, I'm a Tampa Bay resident. I live here.
You gotta love it. You gotta love Tampa Bay. You know,
as long as they're not playing Houston, as long as Deshaun Watson's still there. Now, once he's not there anymore, I don't care.
But yeah, that team is done.
Playing Houston,
that team is done. Deshaun Watson, he's probably gonna be gone. They got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah. Who else
JJ
they get
Watt.
rid of? JJ. Yeah, that's a rebuild, and they pulling our Detroit Lions right now. That's a rebuilding
Yeah.
move right there.
Yeah. So other than that, I will root for Tampa Bay because they don't play Denver. So I'm gonna root for Tampa Bay every single time.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey, it's my home. All right, what the Florida? First story. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Florida man tapes his own cell phone to the back wall in girls' locker room in attempt to surreptitiously produce child porn. He gets 20 years.
Wow. What? That whole thing is just wow. He did. Wait, he taped. So he pretty much put a camera in like a locker room, right? Like a ladies' locker room.
Yeah, these are all criminal men stories, by the way, just to put that out there, because it's been a wild one for the guys here in Florida. So I don't know.
It's like a pedophile that like is bad with technology, and then somebody introduced him to like a camera phone. He's like, "Oh, camera phone. What these buttons do?"
So you're actually gonna like, to our audience, you're actually gonna like the way the story goes, because as we were just talking about how there's levels to things, there's gonna be levels in the story into the what the Florida stories of the today. First story: a former janitor at a high school has been sentenced to 20 years in federal prison for hiding a camera in a girl's locker room. Jason Brian Goff, 45, was sentenced last week in federal court, according to court records. He pleaded guilty in September and to attempted production of child pornography. Now, if he pleaded guilty, that means he had a lot worse stuff than just that.
Like, I mean, I'll take that first charge. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah. I did a lot worse, but I'll take that one. According to a plea agreement, two 14-year-old girls reported a suspected camera in August of 2019 at a high school. Officials found a cell phone taped to the inside wall of an unassigned locker. A video on the phone showed girls changing, along with a shot of Goff's, or Goff, school identification badge. Goff was arrested the next month and acknowledged trying to film girls in a locker room at least 3 times, officials said. Other electronic devices belonging to Goff contain additional images from the girls' locker room and a collection of child pornography, investigators said. Because, of course.
Is he married at all? Does he have a wife and kids at all?
Doesn't say.
No.
It does not say. I didn't research him. I researched the story. You can look him up. But
he's done it multiple times, right? He's done it before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they found 3 just on the phone and more on an electronic device, so basically a hard drive.
Do you send that guy?
He's got lots of images.
Do you send that guy to jail or like a mental hospital? Because it doesn't seem like he's like.
If he didn't do anything, if he didn't actually, it is a weird line. It really is. I can agree with you there, because there are pedophiles who act on their pedophilia, and there are pedophiles who somewhat or don't act on their pedophilia, which in this case is kind of this guy. If he didn't actually act on it and he only acted on the images, which is still just as wrong. I mean, it's horrible, but not as wrong as actually actively assaulting
like the Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, exactly. There's levels to it. Exactly. There's levels to it. So with this guy, maybe he does 10 in federal prison, and then another 10 in a mental institution, just trying to get that out of him. Trying to get him back.
They got to be able to like integrate both. Like, we need to be doing both of these at the same time.
Well, I mean, he's gonna have to get out. He's gonna have to pay the price for what he had. So that's why I say regular jail. But after that, you got to get him ready to come back to society. So do that another 10-year bid, in a mental institution that helps him hopefully and gets him ready to come out and say, okay, I can't ever do that ever again. I'm gonna watch bad news. I'm gonna watch. We need to or something.
The world or the United States or whoever need to like allocate like certain like islands in the oceans where we can send like pedophiles, we can send rapists, like to where like just with them. They, it's like, hey, you don't got to go to jail, but you can't come back to the mainland.
So the last episode of Law and Order SVU, which is a show I actually watched, was it was called Pedo Hotel. So we're talking about having the Pedo Island.
Pedo Island. That should be a thing, I mean,
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. So here's a second story. As I said, there's levels to this. Florida man who also happens to be an endocrinologist caught with homemade bombs and drugs in his home.
What is he?
He's an endocrinologist, a doctor.
Okay.
A 63-year-old, I gotta say the name of the actual group. A 63-year-old Millennium Physician Group doctor has been arrested by the county sheriff's office on drug charges and for making homemade destructive devices. Chrissy Daniel Cugini, Cugini, Cugini.
What?
That's his
Panini.
last name. Yeah, I don't know what's that. Cugini, a doctor of internal medicine, was arrested on Tuesday after a search warrant at his home led detectives to not only numerous drugs and drug equipment, but what appears to be homemade bombs. In a statement, Millennium Physician Group, I can't talk today, said they were shocked to hear about the allegations against Cugini. He has been placed on this is a quote. He has been placed on administrative leave until further notice.
Why is he on administrative leave? Dude got bombs in his garage. Like, I would
We
just
would
go
like
straight
to
to my
assure-
garage and just blow up whoever put me on administrative leave.
We would like to assure our patients we are diligently working to preserve their continuity of care, the group said. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one, man. You're going
You
down
have
for
to
life.
go home
I mean,
for 2 weeks and think about what you did.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking bombs and stuff. You're not coming back. I'm sorry. Bye.
Jesus.
Cugini admitted to having privileges at the hospital, but the hospital system has said they have suspended them during the investigation. An arrest report for the drug charges shows Cugini is accused of possessing more than 20 grams of marijuana, 2 counts of trafficking opium, possessing marijuana with intent to sell, possession and or using narcotics equipment, possession of controlled substances.
They could have wrapped that up into one thing. Hey, he has
They really
drugs.
could.
They trying to get you for every little bit of everything. He had 3 stems in the bag. That's another charge for the bag. Like, come on, man. I mean, fucking
he didn't have the big thing he had though. I don't know why they let off with the marijuana, because that's the least of his charges. he had opium. Opium is going to put him down.
Yeah, that's a huge issue right now.
Yeah, opium. They're not messing with that. Meanwhile, another report by the sheriff's office accuses the doctor of 9 counts. Here we go. Of 9 counts of making or possessing a destructive device. The devices found were described as improvised explosive devices that were sloppy in their construction. The devices were found in the master bedroom of Cugini's home, where he lives with his 12-year-old daughter, the report states.
This sounds like this guy's like, I mean, like he's some drug lord. Like he's slanging. He's selling dope out the back door. He doing surgeries during the afternoon. My man is making bombs in his free time. Like this dude is either he's wanted for something, or like he's running from somebody, or he is just hella talented.
This is the longer story, but it gets worse. Deputies also found 3 devices that appeared to be an improvised mine.
Oh my god,
will be placed on the ground with a rifle round facing up. If someone stepped on the device would shoot into the person's foot, the arrest report states. Deputies found a tub of potassium nitrate, the stuff used to make bombs. Of potassium nitrate.
This sounds like Walter White
from Breaking Bad. Ammonium nitrate, which can be used to make homemade explosives. They found close to 600 grams of marijuana. That's a lot. That actually is a lot of weed. That's a lot of weed.
Yeah, man.
That's a few pounds of marijuana, heat sealed bags, a scale, various pill bottles with other people's names on them. The pills were identified as tramadol, oxycodone, and hydrocodone.
Tramadol is steroids, right?
No, all that is basically Percocet.
Oh, okay.
Or Percocet. Also found in the safe were about $20,000 and high-end jewelry.
So he's a big time fucking drug dealer.
He's something. He is.
That's why he got like a mine at his door. He got a claymore at the door, just in case somebody try to break in.
That's the only part of the story I'm reading. There's actually a lot more of this. If people want to find this story, it is listed on Wiki News. And after my co-host tells me what has happened at, I will reveal the location.
Man, this happened in Sinaloa, Mexico. This sounds like some El Chapo shit. Like my man got bombs, AKs, drugs, saved 20 grand in his pocket. Like this, and he a doctor too. Man, he made it in life. Shit.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, like a tub. He had a tub full of ammonium nitrate.
Yeah, that's like took out the whole body, right?
No, that's to make the bombs. So he already had all these bombs, and he had a whole bunch of them, a bunch of stuff to make it, like a tub. When I say a tub, they're not talking like a little container. They're talking like.
And let me guess, the media probably labeled him as troubled man. That's a fucking terrorist. This dude got war weapons.
Honestly, if you saw the guy, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with him being my
like neighbor or something.
My endocrinologist, because he looks kind of crazy.
Don't tell him that. He might just stick a little mini mine in you. you know, you got to take a shit and your butthole blow up. Oh man.
All right, last story. Naked Florida man hip thrust at an acre's tree before punching deputy in the face.
Wouldn't be Florida without being naked. Man, punch him in the face. Hey, well, kudos
A
to
man
this.
accused of wandering naked around the acres. That's your only clue I'll give you on that one.
Well, I fucked up the last time yesterday.
And pounding on doors pounding on doors, according to the county sheriff's office. Alonzo Sanchez, 21, was allegedly was allegedly high on drugs when deputies found him hugging and hip thrusting a tree on Tuesday.
That's not illegal.
Before they arrived on scene, a car had to swerve to keep from hitting Sanchez as he ran into the street. When deputies tried to apprehend him, Sanchez punched one of them in the face, according to deputies.
And he was naked.
Deputies finally handcuffed him and took him to the regional hospital because of drugs in the system.
Listen,
His nation is charged for battering a law enforcement officer. He was booked into the county jail and still in custody as of Tuesday.
You get punched by a naked. You a cop. You get punched by a naked dude. You got to hand your badge in immediately, right? That's like grounds for termination. Like, yo, so someone told us that you got assaulted by a man with his dick out. Yeah, we're gonna need that badge and a gun too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Damn. First story. I'm trying to remember what the first story was.
First story is the janitor with the cell phone.
Oh yeah, the creep. Not the creep. The what you call it?
Janitor with the cell phone, child porn in the girls' locker room.
I'm gonna go
That's the first story.
Central.
You would be wrong. The story is listed in News4Jats in Jackson, Florida.
I was thinking north too. It's like I need to go with what I was thinking. All right, this next one, I'm just gonna go with what I'm thinking. All right, this story was the dude making the bombs. Okay, this is South, 100%.
You are absolutely right. This is Naples. This is Naples. Yes. Yeah. I mean,
you can get away with some shit in Naples.
Yeah. I mean, the story, as I said, is on Wiki News. It's also on Twitter. Naples doctor arrested for drug-related charges. Look it up. It's a story. I read the whole story before putting it out here. It's a story. I'm telling you, it's something.
They might make a documentary out of that.
I'm telling you.
All right, third story: naked man punching cops in the face,
and hip thrusting a tree. He's humping a tree.
Damn. I'm gonna say it's probably here. Yeah, it's probably. Let's go Central.
You're gonna go Central. All right. It happened in Lee County, which is outside of Fort Myers, which is South Florida.
Shit. What the hell is Lee County?
is a section of Fort Myers.
Guy. Well, the naked dude need to get a hold of the drug dealer, man. They probably kill it. Like, look at what my drugs did to this dude. He run around naked, punch of cops.
So the tree he was humping, let me say the full name of it, might give you a clue. It was a Lehigh Acres tree. So apparently it's like some famous tree in Lehigh.
That sounds familiar. Lehigh Acres. Lehigh. Yeah. Is that a high school?
That's an actual city and town in Florida. And
I know it just I don't know. That name just sounds familiar. I don't know what reference it is.
No, they've said it on our news plenty of times, I'm sure.
Okay.
Anyway. 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2. 3. 1 or 2, 3. I don't know. 2. I'm sucking.
No, 1 out of 3. I'm not doing math today. Apparently,
I got cabin fever, man. I haven't been outside. I'm sucking. I don't know which way is north, south, east, or west. You know, I mean, I don't know. We in Florida. But yeah, man, you got anything else?
I have nothing else. What about you?
I am all good. All good.
All right. Well, that being said, we will end the show here. This has been the weekly review with Sean and Serak. I am Sean the Notorious.
And it's your boy Serak the Mike. Peace out.
Thank you for listening.